Hi everyone, welcome to Learning by Doing with Praveen Kannan. This is Praveen. In this Java object-oriented programming playlist, we will learn OOPS concepts step by step. This is Java OOPS programming session number 86, encapsulation, benefits and interview questions. If you are confident about learning, then like the video and subscribe the channel for more update. Please click the bell icon and select all notification option. Don't choose personalized option, you may miss some session updates. Let's get started. The previous session we have discussed about what's the difference between encapsulation and data hiding. In this session we discuss about encapsulation uses data hiding. Because I will tell you data hiding is the process of encapsulation. So encapsulation uses data hiding. This is the conclusion. After that, what are the merits of using encapsulation? So all these points we'll discuss with a real-time example, then only you can able to easily understand. If I'm telling it in a theoretical manner, some portion you can't able to understand. Okay. So first, encapsulation protects data by allowing access only through control methods. We have discussed, am I right? So hiding the data and combining the methods into a single entity. Am I right? Wrap up the data members and methods into a single entity. That is what encapsulation, data hiding plus methods. So we'll understand with the example bank account. So first we are telling the advantages security. What is that security? Means encapsulation hides sensitive data from direct access. Hereafter anyone can able to access means that is not possible here. Hereafter no one can directly access the data members because we are using the data hiding concept. What is that? We are what is my data hiding? Making the variables or data members as a private. Here I using the data member as a balance. Now I change it into private. Okay, so these data members are private ones. So data hiding, making the data members as a private. So hereafter this you can't able to access just like that. Okay, object reference able dot, that is a bank account. If you're creating the object, so object reference able dot double balance, hereafter you can't able to access it because it is private, not allowed. External users can't do. This is what we are telling. Only authorized methods can modify it, protects confidential information and prevents unauthorized access. So confidential information, PIN number, so password, this can be protected easily and prevents unauthorized access. So third party should not access it. This is also protected here and prevented. Just like a real bank, customers can't directly edit database service. Am I right? If we're having the access, we can make our balance 1,000 as a 10 lakh or 1 crore. Am I right? This is not a right method. So we have to hide it from unauthorized person. Next one, control. So assume that we having the minimum balance, some amount. Okay, so what they are telling, they are control in the sense how data is accessed or modified. Now all updates go through a defined rules. So what is the defined rules here means we are passing the amount. So already it has some balance. So that balance is we already kept as 1,000 example. So balance plus amount. Now all updates go through only defined rules. Defined rules through method only we are passing the data. Not just like that we are having the balance plus that amount we are not adding. So developers decide what operations are allowed. So what are the operations authorized persons can able to access. In that way only they are framing. So developer decide what operations are allowed. Here what operation deposit means, so that balance should be updated. That method should be accessed only by the authorized persons. System behavior becomes predictable here. What will happen next? So what that method will do? It is predictable. Now we can able to understand. Okay, so if I'm depositing at that time, while you're depositing at that time, what you have to do? So balance should be updated. So in users interact with functions, not raw data. They are not directly accessing the balance. Am I right? We are just interacting with the function. Through function, the message is passed, the data is passed. So a balance plus that amount will be added. Validation. Encapsulation allows checking data before updating. See here. Previously we didn't have any validation. Slightly it will be confused, am I right, while we are discussing. So now it's clear. Validation. So it will check whether the amount is greater than zero or not. Are you depositing the real amount or not? Yes. Real amount means balance plus amount. Example balance is already 1000 means, so if you are passing some amount 500 means 1000 plus 500, 1500 balance. Invalid inputs are rejected in case if I'm giving the negative values are like that. Okay, without encapsulation, what you'll do, there will be option, there may be option like you can give the values in negative values. Am I right? Account dot balance means directly you're accessing without encapsulation, not making us a private. If you're doing means what will happen? The balance is minus 5000 means completely incorrect one. So with encapsulation, negative values printed. While I'm passing the values like this, so it will check whether the amount is greater than zero or not. Yes, then only it will be allowed. So negative values are printed. Data integrity maintained. Integrity in the sense, yeah, updating the balance. Am I right? Because already the balance is 1000. If I'm passing 500, it should be reflected in our account. Am I right? After depositing 500, that should be reflected in our account. So now the current updated balance is what is that? 1500. If I'm passing 500, in case if I'm passing 5000, already it is 1000. So plus 5000, what will happen? 6000. It should be updated. This is what data integrity maintained. Next, maintainability. Internal implementation can change without affecting other code. Without affecting other code. Important thing. Today we are having the data members assume that balance. The data member is private. Later you may change to balance in paise. Balance in paise. So external code will still work because it uses get balance method. Assume that they are using that get balance method. Benefits easier updates, less debugging, safer modification. What is that? See, a simple thing. You can change the data member, no issues. But you are working only with the functions. What is that? Get balance. Simple. Because previously you are using the data member. Assume that today we are using the data member as a balance. Later, tomorrow itself, we are changing the variables. Nothing will be changed. See here, because function is what is that? Get balance. It will perform what all the operations they are performing. It won't carry about that. So again, I have to modify that variable name so and so. Because developer, I mean that is a user knows only this get balance. So if they're clicking that get balance function, it will perform this operation. Internally, it will take care about that balance in Python and all. Because you are not going to do anything. Am I right? As a user, you just checking the balance. Just you will get the get balance. Internally, if you are changing the variables, no issues. It will take care about this get balance method. So that is what they're telling. Easier updates, less debugging. Again, I'm not going to debug the code. Safer modification. Only through authorized persons we can modify it. Okay, because only the name has been changed. It is not affected that our behavior, that function. This is what telling maintainability. Can't change. Okay, with the, we can change without affecting other code. Without affecting other code. I'm not going to modify this portions at all. Get balance. Get balance method is common. Internal implementation only changed. Next, loose coupling. Other classes depends only on methods, not internal data. See here, I literally know. So previous example itself. So you are changing only that get balance only function only a call. Only changes in this data. This is what you are telling. So other classes depends only on method. They know only deposit function. That's it, not internal data. So they don't know how balance is stored, how calculations happen really. They will just call this method. So this operation be performed. That's it. So models become independent. This model is not depending on any other model. Next, easier testing and scaling. Am I right? So only the updated portion will check. This portions will not be modified. So easier testing, you can use any value, no issues. We just call the function deposit. That's it. Next, industry standard design. What you do, all professional software systems follow encapsulation. Banking system, hospital management system, e-commerce, enterprise applications, whatever it is, healthcare, they will follow this. The all professional softwares use this encapsulation concepts because we should hide some internal details. That is the important thing. Okay, it should not access by outside people. Through authorized persons, the methods will be called. So because it ensures security, reliability, and clean architecture and scalable software. All these things we have discussed now. So encapsulation is a core principle of object-oriented programming used in real-world industry development. So this is a quick summary. Security, you are protecting the sensitive data. Control, restrict improper usage. Validation, you are validating and then only you are allowing. Maintainability, easy feature changes. Any changes required, they will do parallelly. No issues. They just call only the function. Loose coupling. So independent models. One model is not dependent on another module. You're just directly calling the methods alone. Industry standard. As the per the industry standard only, you have to design your software. Important interview questions: is encapsulation mandatory? No, but industry standards, as per the industry standards, you have to follow it. Can encapsulation exist without inheritance? Yes, there is no relationship between this encapsulation and inheritance. Can achieve encapsulation without getter, setter? Yes, by methods, normal methods used, but universally they are following keywords like getter, setters. Okay, this through getter only we are returning the data, setter only initializing data. The final important tips is encapsulation means private variables, that is data hiding plus public methods, and added to this validation. And I think now you can able to understand data hiding means only this question, making the variables as private. But added to this encapsulation means what is that? You are protecting that, and through who can access means through public methods. That method also directly can't access. Through validation, we'll check whether it's right or wrong. Then only we'll proceed. I hope this session is useful to you. If you found this session is useful, then like the video and subscribe channel for more update. Please share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.